Steph, a couple weeks ago, people were talking about, Steph is not the Steph of last year. And I remember you said that, you'll take the numbers that you had before. But is there something different about you right now compared to probably a couple weeks ago or a month ago?
Overall, just a little bit more aggressive, trying to just score and put pressure on defenses in that respect, and it opens up a lot more for us as a team. Obviously making a couple more shots, especially from distance, but mostly it's just having a purpose of balancing, balancing kind of my aggressiveness scoring, and also as a point guard, this team, picking and choosing your spots and understanding how the flow of the game is supposed to be, with that perspective. So, that's really it.
You and Klay had 20. Can you remember the last time you guys were both that hot at the same time, and when you are both that hot, what's the difference than just with one of you guys?
I don't remember, a specific game, but the cool thing about tonight was we both got started, when we were on the floor together. We both got started hot, early, and I was able to finish out the first quarter, and then he came in the second quarter with the that unit that starts the second quarter and just picked up right where he left off. So the flow was perfect. Just keeping the pressure on them and making shots. And the way we started the game by moving the ball and everybody was touching it, and we found the open guy, whether it was me, Klay, KD, JaVale, roll to the rim, Draymond playmaking, everybody was involved and we were taking care of the ball. And you build confidence that way, in the first part of the first quarter, and it's pretty much contagious at that point. So it was fun to be out there and do what we did tonight.
Steph, you were playing against the Hornets. You were averaging just under 35 points and you're shooting over 60% from three. Is there something about playing this team? Or is it just you're just hot at the right time?
No, no question. When I go to Charlotte, I kind of get a different buzz just being at home. But other than that, every game I try to have that kind of attitude and play well. Shoot the ball well, be aggressive, try to make stuff happen. Just find different openings against different teams for whatever reason. So it's always cool, obviously, to see my dad on the sidelines, commentating the game on their end, and get a little juice from that too. But other than that, just make shots.
You think it helps, playing in front of your dad, or is that just kind of a one-off?
No, I don't take those opportunities for granted, because this is an unbelievable opportunity to play the game that he played for 16 years in the NBA and carry on, that name in the league. And even when my brother's doing that in Dallas, we don't take for granted that we're all still in the family business. So, when I see him, I kind of do appreciate that night a little more than others, just because of what he means to my basketball career in my life.
Steph, 2 questions. Do you try to impress your dad when he's there watching you live? And what do you tell Marvin Williams after a move like that?
Don't start that, bro. I don't try to impress him. The only good thing is, for my senior year in high school when he was our coach, I got to hear him in my ear all the time criticizing, all the bad plays, turnovers, and stuff like that. He's muted in my world in that sense, because he's got to stay neutral, and I don't hear what he says during the game, but I get to see him, so I get the best of both worlds in that regard, which is nice.
39 free throws is a pretty rare feat in the NBA. You've had a lot of big scoring nights before, probably had nights where you didn't shoot any free throws, but when you score that many points and never get to the line, was tonight any different? Did it feel any different because of that?
Well, yeah, because my first 11 shots, I think 9 of them were threes, and was making a lot of them. Was finding the opening, so I didn't have to really. When I was driving, I was able to find other guys for open shots, and wasn't really trying to finish at the rim much. Just the way the game went. I think last year in Orlando, only shot 2 free throws and had 50 something. So it was weird when those kind of nights happen, where you can just get it all from the field and continue to find a rhythm and a flow, and just keep making shots.
Steph, before I saw you, when you came on the court, you threw the ball at your dad, and then he took the ball and he sunk it. And he was saying something to you, but I couldn't hear what he was saying. Could you hear what your dad was saying to you?
He was turning around looking at Bob Fitzgerald, who he was in mid-conversation with when I threw him the ball.
Yeah.
And he made the shot. Me and Q were underneath the basket just dying laughing because it was just the perfect kind of situation. The fact that he made it with a nice tailored suit on from that distance was pretty remarkable. Yeah, I don't know what he was saying. He probably was saying, you know, that's what I do, or, you know, I still got it, or something like that. As any, you know, basketball player who played at this level would say.
Just
That's in that situation. Just remember, an old man can do it too.
All right, last one, Monty.
Your dad obviously watched you a lot over the years, but something that caught me, as Steve said the other day, that you play a lot on rhythm. In your own mind, do you feel a rhythm, or do you hear one in your? I mean, do you sense that rhythm is an important part of your game?
For sure. Whether it's rhythm of a dribble going into your shot, or just feeling the footwork that it takes to kind of get into that zone before you take a shot. You know the nights when it's all kind of clicking and you can feel it, and some nights you kind of have to not force it, but just be real purposeful about, you know, getting into that rhythm the best you can when it's not really that natural. But tonight it was kind of one of those vibes where every shot I took in the first quarter, it was kind of, I knew, you know, when it left my hand, it was kind of going in, and you might be surprised if it doesn't. It doesn't happen like that every night. You kind of just feel it as it goes, and, you know, just play the game.
All right, thank you guys.